Togorup Buruzidong, Namarap Mandong. Wow. Is it going back? Yeah. Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Vintage Talkshow with the Fudge and friends. It's great morning. A little bit chilly, you know. Ah, I know some of us who will have a very difficult time jackpotting somewhere much colder than where we are now. I won't mention names, but you are welcome. And this is your show, wherever you are listening to us or watching us. It's a great day. This is the Vintage Talk Show. Quickly, let's check the guest list, so to speak. I have this morning dark and lovely AC Fair Arogundari. Good morning, AC Fair.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning to Lagosians. It's a new weekend. Happy new weekend. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to a great and lovely, beautiful show. Stay with us as we give you a very full day.
Yes, a full day you will receive. That's a fair for you. Thank you. And also with us, somewhere on the road in traffic. I don't know how she's going to cope. Good morning, Nomolara Famuyua. This morning.
Good morning, Lagos. Welcome to another edition of the Vintage Talk Show. Good morning, Uncle Fad and Mr. T.
Good morning. We are not doing what they call as a
Morning.
vox pop or market survey or road traffic. Road traffic updates. So we try and see if we can accommodate someone around entertainment news with the rockers behind her and you know what's happening there. But it's always a great pleasure this morning and always to welcome my co-anchor, my big brother, and veteran broadcaster and humanist. Good morning, Mr. Tokunbo. I say I should not call the full name. He was warning me last time. Tokunbo, Mr. T. Good morning.
Good morning, Fudge. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, everybody. Sife, how are you doing? Amalara, how are you doing? Welcome to another beautiful weekend, Lagos. Welcome. I'm eager and happy to go. So, Fudge, let's roll now.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. By the way, I understand Omolara found herself in the usual, well, not essentially unusual, logjam on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway.
Fudge,
That's a
that's next to
that's a
my
night,
house.
that's a day man. It's worse
Oh,
than a
yeah.
nightmare. We wish Omolara all the best and hope that she can participate in this show this morning.
Mm-hmm.
But I doubt,
Mm-hmm.
I very much doubt it. But anyway, my name has not changed, and my name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Fudge. Okay. Okay, let's move on in our lineup. As usual on the Vintage Talk Show, we'll continue to speak truth to power and shine light on dark spots. So we start with the quote for the week. Still listen to this though. It says, I mean, it's not a personal thing. I'm just saying, I mean, a leader who does not take advice is not a leader. It's a Kenyan witticism, or is it wisecrack? A leader who does not take advice is not a leader. I mean, look at the list of those who don't take advice. This is my own list. Agbero, area boys, thugs, terrorists, insurgents, armed robbers. You know, they don't listen, they don't hear what, they don't listen, so they do anything they like. So if you have a leader somewhere around your community who does not listen, it's likely a tout, area boy.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, French.
If you want to lead, you should listen. I mean,
you listen.
You know, listen and then choose what is applicable or what is useful to you. But to be headstrong and refuse to listen to any except your own, you're on your way to perdition. Certainly. Okay, what will be our first song this morning? I like the sound of this. The artist name, Mr. T, listen to this. Our boys are something else. I think it's a couple of decades ago or less. The artist name is Shank. And the name of the song is King Kong. You know? So let's listen. It must let's hear.
It must be a reprisal of Mighty Sparrow's King Kong. Maybe. Let's listen.
Oh, great beat. Good danceable beat.
Oh, Congo, really?
I'm posted the link. Don't forget the way I told you. Well, that's Shank for you. King Kong. Well, lovely beat. Mr. T, is it like your Mighty Sparrow you thought?
No, of course not. Of course not, Fudge. It wasn't even a reprisal of it. No, it wasn't. No, I don't know where this King Kong lives.
It's from Shank.
But for Mighty Sparrow, he lived in the Caribbean. Fantastic man.
I know.
Fantastic.
I know. Okay, while the guy is conging at the background, let's share some fact-checking knowledge. We call it knowledge booster, and we try to fact-check what is normally a staple or a social media, whatever. You might have heard or read stuff like, do you know that Shakespeare wrote all his plays? So we took it through the grinder, and the fact checker says it's false. While William Shakespeare is credited with dozens of classic plays, many scholars believe he may have, or he might have collaborated with other writers, especially in his later works. Some even suggest parts were written by contemporaries like Christopher Marlowe. So no, the bird did not always fly solo.
Yeah. I think you know how they did it in those days. Like I could join Faj's company as in his movement, and I could submit playlets to Faj to produce and direct. So I think that was what was going on in those days. Yeah,
it's like the Alanijo theater thing. They all collaborate and create stories
they
together.
did. They did. Yes, you're right.
Okay. That's for we suffered in the hand of this man in secondary school. All those old English, all these thereafter. I'm not we suffered. Yeah.
His Macbeth series, I will never forget.
Macbeth, Othello, Romeo and Juliet.
I will never forget. It got me so.
It is someone from this man's hand. I mean, you guys they have changed the numbers in their own time.
No, I think they've changed. I'm not too sure, but they fail a lot these days. Respect to them. And that's why Wyke is having tough times now. No, really, no, it's fun. It's really tough. I think about it, and I honestly just shake my head. Well, let's move on.
we'll get to the Wyke issue later in the program. They have some problems. We need to help them. Okay. So what do we have for you today? We are going to have entertainment news. The ladies are waiting. Point blank, that is what matters. Maybe Niger trends, surely trending Nigerian stories, and possibly, hopefully, let's rewind. But what happened during the week? During the week, just yesterday, thank God Mr. T remembered, or somehow was reminded. It was my wedding anniversary. You know, it was 34 glorious years. I can see it's the first mouth. You should open your mouth. Wow.
She didn't open though. She didn't open the mouth though. She listening. Oh, she's listening.
I didn't get what you said.
William Shakespeare. Are you hearing Shakespeare? Yeah. Okay. It was a quiet thing.
It was quiet. Yeah.
Susan and I we enjoyed some drinks.
Hearty congratulations! Hearty congratulations. May God continue to keep you two together in the mighty name. I was excited when you called to tell me, and I said, "What?" My everything just went on the reset valve, and I flew back to yesteryear. Congratulations! I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Thank you. Thank you. There's one thing.
To Madam.
Yes, you were. There's one thing my daughter wrote somewhere. I saw it, and it says they've been working on their marriage relentlessly. That it's not been so. That the 4 years not been so. Indeed, it's not been. It's by the grace of God. No one can say he's an expert in this business. It's just the grace of God. You know,
in fact, it's such a rare gift to be together. Yeah. But wow, it's a tough ride. Absolutely tough ride. We thank God for you. We thank God for you.
On the not so outstanding level, there's another birthday on the 7th. A woman I like so much, Mrs. Olukemi Ige, marked her
Okay.
birthday on the 7th, and it's also this week, and especially the 3rd of August, was the 28th year Fela was buried. You know, yeah. I mean, sorry, he died. He
He
died. He
died.
died
Yeah, he
August.
died. Yeah,
He died in 3rd of
he died.
August, 1987. Um,
Oh.
we continue to miss him. That's a
Mhm.
piece I was looking for that I wrote about him in today's this day, and
Okay.
I wanted to capture it, but it is getting difficult to extract. Okay, if I get it before the end of this segment, I will play
Mhm.
it back to you. Okay, here it is. As I said, my first paragraph says the legend they couldn't kill. He didn't just live; he happened like thunder on a silent night, like a stubborn virus in a system built on silence and fear. Fela Anikulapo Kuti was not merely an entertainer; he was a living provocation. From his self-christened name, Anikulapo, the one who holds death in his pouch, to the lyrical shrapnel in his music, Fela dared death long before it came calling in August 1997. And when it did, it didn't conquer him. It merely gave him a final standing ovation. That's Fela for you. That's my remembrance or memorialization or memorambula of the man Fela Kuti. May his soul continue to find rest.
Amen.
And then also we
Amen.
lost, although we'll talk a little bit about her later in the show, we lost also a media doyen, a fantastic human being, wonderful editor. Uh, and most people know her as the wife of MKO. What she's a titan on her own. Dr. Doyin, uh, Dr. Doyin Abiola, he passed on uh,
Yeah.
during the week. I think it's on Tuesday. May her soul find eternal rest. Mm.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay. Commemorations completed. Let's move on. The ladies are waiting for us. Remember, you can also be part of the show. I'll invite you later any day. But let's start quickly with entertainment news. I don't know if Omolarais will be able to bombard us with that traffic studio. You know, maybe we should start with a fair. Then I would try Molara once or twice whether it works out. So let's start with the fair. What do you have for us on entertainment news? Number one story.
Morayo Afolabi Brown resigns from TVC. Morayo Afolabi Brown is leaving TVC Communications after 12 years. The longtime host of Your View and MD of TVC Entertainment has officially tendered a resignation. According to a company statement, a final day at the station will be Thursday, 29th August 2025.
Well, she don't try. Abby, 12
She
years.
has done very well for herself, very, very well.
And that is in
That's a woman who brought
yeah,
glamour into that place. You know, I was there a while
yeah,
on the
yeah.
sister station Radio Continental, and Morayo was just a natural. When she came in, she knew all the angles um, of exciting television conversational shows, and she held it. When I read that piece, I said, "What is that blank? She's going to create a big blank. I wish her well where she's going, and I hope they will find the patience there to get somebody like that, but not exactly Morayo. Morayo was just in a world of her own and highly
Oh, yeah.
intelligent and detailed too. Very detailed. Interesting woman. Interesting woman. I wish her well.
So we
I
wish
wish her well.
God wish
wish
her
all the
well.
best.
Wish her well.
Yeah.
All the best in our next because I know someone like that is not going to sit on her ass. She's going to
Ah,
plunge into the next projects and thereon and
no.
thereon. All the best, Morayo. Amalara, are you with us?
Road studio.
The Express Road Studio. I don't think Amara can muster it. Okay.
Can I go
Okay.
ahead, please?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
the trailers have allowed her to hear us. Yeah, let's have your second story. Okay,
If you
Amara,
can,
can you give us
if
the
she
low
can
point
score
story?
this, it will be the best score in the world for me. If she can score this.
You know, you know, Amara, just calm down. I'll call on you later. Let's try and finish with this. Be priming and prepping yourself while we are waiting and looking for the corner that will be less noisy. Okay? Amara, please go ahead. Oh my. Olamide
Olamide
now.
now prefers broccoli to amala. Olamide
What?
Bado trending for trading his beloved amala for broccoli. The rapper revealed his new healthy lifestyle in a YouTube interview with Kotti EO on Flow with Kotti. The unexpected switch has sparked chatter across social media. Healthy lifestyle.
Yoruba people will say, if broccoli will serve your purpose, go ahead. Go ahead, leave us with our own amala. Yeah. Yeah, we aren't switching any amala with broccoli, But that's Olomide's Olomide. She's an international figure. So that's the international food. Yeah. I'm not told you that amala is not no longer international. Check everywhere. Anyway,
Are you sure they don't pound the broccoli he is eating? It's not pounded. Is it
it will
mashed
also be
together?
swallowed.
Can be swallowed. Thank you.
And that will be thinking of the glycemic index. That would be a great meal. But
Fantastic.
I'm still Team Amala. I'm still Team Amala any day. Okay. Okay. What does Bobrisky have to say, Isife?
Bobrisky says UK men are broke. Bobrisky has ruffled feathers again, this time taking a swipe at UK men. In a viral Instagram post, she called them too broke, claiming they share apartments and split bills. She said only men in designer outfits catch her eye, adding avoid UK men.
I suspect that it's the first time to say UK. Is it not United Kingdom? You are saying UK, man. I mean, they call something because this children of nowadays.
I was wondering.
It's United
And
Kingdom.
I like that piece that Isife read. My only problem is that you said she, right? I wanted to hear that part. I'm not too sure I heard it right. I'm not too sure I heard it well. But coming from the Gen Zs, I think it's okay.
Since Isife said she, let's take it.
Yeah, she said it twice. She said it twice.
Now I don't identify as a woman, so let's do it like that.
So you just let's
leave it like that too. Okay. Let's leave it.
Not like stubborn people that will call him or her shim. I don't know. It's a very confusing word. I don't know. So let's go on to Burna Boy. Oh my.
Burna Boy lights up Euro 2025 victory parade. Burna Boy field fans at the UEFA Euro 2025 victory parade for England's Lionesses at Buckingham Palace. Performing For My Hand with Ed Sheeran, Burna had over 100,000 fans dancing. The coach, Serena Wigman, a huge fan, was visibly moved by the surprise.
I saw it on Orin.
Very lovely
performance. Swirled, just at the reaction of the coach, at the reaction of Serena Wigman, it was electrifying. It was like your idol just showed up. Someone you idolize just showed up and she was ecstatic.
Oh, I watched it, Raj. I remember I watched it. I thought it was the one being celebrated. I thought it was the one who won. Who won the competition? Yeah. Because as soon as it came, diversion, he just left the ladies and went on to him. And I like the
announcer said, performing is Wigman's favorite artist. We just saw Burna Boy. She screamed.
She screamed. I think it was a surprise for her as well.
Yes,
I don't understand. Yeah, she was shocked to see him. Oh, come on.
Okay,
stars are born. Stars are born.
Okay. Okay. I'm not sure Omolara will ever be able to do it today. But let's try your next story. And Kuku finish all your list.
Kora Obidi eats back at critics. Kora Obidi is tired of the backlash. On Facebook, the dancer and singer questioned why people think she stages her misfortunes. This follows renewed criticism after a messy divorce from Justin Dean in 2022. She asked, "Why do people think I fake my struggles?"
I don't know.
Those words are heavy.
I know the woman a little. I think I don't know. You know, the social media. I don't know. People stage kidnapping. They can stage anything. People stage beating and all kinds of things, and it turns out later that it was made up. People get pregnant and give birth on social media, and they say it's staged. That is fake. I don't know. But how do you bear a cross of you being accused of staging your own problems? You have a divorce, they say staged, and the man is not back in your house. Oh, you are not back in his house, and they say it's staged. I can feel the pain of the woman. It's soft, and they say no. It's just, I mean, it's like a comedian trying to be serious, and you keep on laughing. And it's like, I'm very serious, and you laugh again.
Fine. You know what you just said? Sorry, well, you know what you just said reminded me of Baba Salah. Baba Salah got a lot of money, borrowed money, did everything to produce a film called Orumoru. And that thing was pirated. It was very painful. He held a press conference at which he was explaining these things to the people, the press and all that. And all of a sudden, you know, they were seeing the Baba Salah on stage, you know, talk about this thing happening to him. And some people, you know, they just saw the Baba Salah and the acting and the, you know, and they said, some people started laughing. And all of a sudden he stopped and said, I remember that there was a switch. He stopped and said, and then he started to weep. When he started to weep, everybody kept quiet. You know, you're right about, I don't know what they call that shift in drama. I'm sure Faji would know. When you suddenly would shift from the script and be real. And it was facing the reality, and people felt it for the first time. And that was when we had a strong government that started clamping down on copyright guys and all that. Those piracy, piracy and all. Yeah, it was very painful. He lost everything, and it was a fantastic film. Pirated all over the world. They pirated that film. Yeah.
So Kora Obidi, you are not alone. You have ancestors who have suffered the same calamity of not being believed. The problem is, why do you go ahead and show your struggles to the world already? The first instance, you know, you have problems on social media. You have issues on social media. So, how will you blame people who are fatigued from all kinds of drama on social media? They assume that you are doing another drama. So if you have issues, keep it to yourself. Why do you announce your problem? You know, so they make nonsense out of you. Anyway,
they would.
Finally, is it fair?
Yes. Davido and Chioma land in Miami for white wedding. Davido and Chioma in Miami ahead of their white wedding. set for today, Saturday, 10th August 2025. The singer had earlier announced that the final phase of their marriage would hold in August. Governor Ademola Adeleke and his spokesperson are also in town for the big day. Congrats to them.
Congrats. So today is the 9th. Today is the 9th. We will not 10th, except they want to do it tomorrow. So I think about now.
Okay.
I think about now they will be preparing for the wedding ceremony. Even the governor of Osun State had to travel for the wedding ceremony. And the man is a very funny man. The opponents, opposition in Osun State were complaining that they don't know the whereabouts of the governor. We don't know what happened to him. The governor is waiting and all that stuff. Then the president said he's observing this vacation. He hasn't gone on vacation for quite a long while. Although the accusation that they spent a lot of money traveling here and there, and he said he's using a private jet. He's not beholden or burdening the state's finance. He's entitled to go and visit and celebrate with his nephew, or is it cousin? I think it's nephew. And then that is giving open invitation to the opposition that they can join. They can join him at the wedding ceremony. the man is a prophet.
He's like if you dare, Emma Bob. You know that kind of come, you're all invited. How you going to get there?
There's a little sad story to this. Chioma's friends are unable to attend the wedding because they have been banned because they overstayed their visa at the previous wedding. So it's a little sad to be able to attend.
Those who went for the traditional wedding stayed behind for another wedding or what?
Because they overstayed. So sad.
Well, that means they can do the wedding in spirit. They can attend in spirit. You know how people say they can attend in spirit. They will recognize their presence since Trump has now turned into something else. Okay. All the best to David and Chioma.
Yeah.
We wish you
congratulations.
Long life.
It's been a long journey, Sha. It's been a long journey.
I'm just surprised.
Long journey.
I'm just surprised about the scattered nature of today's weddings. They will do traditional 1 year. They will do engagements in another year in another state or country. They will do white in another country, in another I don't know. And it's still called white wedding.
And party. They're still going to party when they come back, you know. They're still going to
maybe they will do Nigerian version. They will do a Nigerian version.
They are waiting for them. Actually, and stuff.
No money. And there's some people that are still doing it. God, you are good. Well, we say not all fingers are equal. We thank God for David and Chioma. Have a wonderful life together.
Amen.
And behave responsibly in that place. And I have a special regard for that girl, Chioma. She stayed to the end, you know.
She stayed
because that boy doesn't look like a very
long journey. Yeah, very long journey. She stayed to the end.
She stayed on it. That's what they call serious project. Stayed on the project. Okay.
X project.
Thank you.
X project.
Esife, thank you so much for joining us. Omolara, I doubt if you can be of any support this morning. So we gladly will excuse. We understand if you can make it. But if you can, maybe you can give us one or two stories. While we are talking, one of our commentators strolled in. Good morning, Akintunde-Johnson. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Uncle Faj. I'm very good. Esife, good morning. Mr. T. Top of the morning to you, sir.
Topper for you too. How are you? Welcome.
Okay. Omolara, one last chance. Omolara, can you hear me? The problem is she's not even able to hear.
Yes, sir.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Okay.
You're in a stellar plan now. Oh, just as I said it. Yeah. Okay, let me give you one or two pointers, the ones you should read. Give us Rude Boy. Number your second story. Let's
Okay.
start.
Okay. Paul Okoye, better known as Rude Boy of P Square, has taken a swipe at young artists for constantly smoking in their music videos. In a post on his Instagram story, he mocked the obsessions with appearing cool while puffing smoke on camera. Rude Boy wrote in Pidgin, questioning why it has become a norm to smoke Igbo in every visualizer, even when some of them can't afford a proper meal. He said, you dey smoke 50k weed, but dey struggle with 1k indomie without egg. His comment has since sparked debate on social media.
Very rude boy. But really, Mr. T, I don't know this how this life has done. No, even at the worst of time, uh,
Yes.
it was something strange that fella will do. It was always something strange, out of the blues kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
normally, it's not a normal thing, that maybe Charlie Boy followed suit, and a couple of very few of them, that will dare to smoke behind the stage.
They do.
Only
Yeah,
fella
true.
could do that at that time. But now they did on videos. That means there's a permanency to it. Yeah, they're doing it for their generation after them to see and watch them smoke what appears to be cannabis. It
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
it is preposterous, terrible thing.
It is
And
bad.
I give kudos for Paul for pointing this out. I don't know if they can afford the Indomie of 1,000 without egg, but but, but to do that, and and document it in a permanent form
In the
for the
permanent
world to
form,
see.
yes. Yes.
It's terrible, very very terrible. I don't know.
I don't know what we think. What are we thinking about? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Hmm.
Mr.
I
Chief,
think people
we are
should.
not
Okay,
People,
we're not thinking again. We are just doing. We are not
we're
thinking
just doing.
again. We are
we're
just
Yeah,
just doing it.
that's the way.
we're not thinking.
We're just doing things.
And we keep on importing foreign things that are strange into the land. I know for a fact that this American rapper Snoop Dogg, yeah, he smokes cannabis, yeah, on his videos right from day one and stuff like that one. And here, formerly, if I can remember, those that smoke cannabis, they used to hide. They used to hide.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Only
and
fella dared to put on stage
Look,
and all
Yeah,
that.
they
look.
used to hide.
And,
But nowadays it is done openly. Nowadays
Let
it is
me
done openly.
let me
Even
just
even
drop
even
this
though
quickly. Any style copied from abroad and enters this climb called our country, we take it.
Omolara,
We take it 10 steps up,
And
better
telling
than
the
where it's
people
coming from.
to stop all these kind of things.
Yeah, it's horrible, and it's a bad signal for the younger ones. It's so bad. It is so
okay, you're
bad.
back.
Yeah.
You're back. Okay, Omolara, you guys went off a moment. Omolara,
Oh,
if
really?
you can hear me, let's move on to the ninth story.
Oh, that's the story.
Go ahead, go, go ahead, Omolara.
Oh, but I
Okay,
think
I will speak
The
for her.
network is jamming. I didn't hear you, sir.
okay.
Okay, okay. Can you take the ninth story now?
Nice claims devil controls music industry. Veteran Afrobeat singer Nice has sparked controversy by claiming the music industry is spiritually controlled by dark forces. Appearing on the Nancy Isime show, he warned aspiring artists to be very cautious about their lyrical content and spiritual exposure. He said, "When you sing, watch what you say. The devil controls music. He is the choir master. That's why we smoke and do all these things." Nice also spoke about his own health battles and spiritual journey, saying he turned to a traditional belief after facing unexplained ailments. The statement has generated mixed reactions online.
Hmm.
I totally agree with him 100%. He's right, very right, very, very right.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But I think we should be careful. It's only giving. We should balance things up. We know for those that believe, the spiritual controls the physical, and there are two sides to the spiritual. So it's not a blanket thing that. So that means the dark forces control Christian music. That's what you are saying. Because if we take it and see, so
Not
we
we're
need
not
we need to
we also have the other side that controls. So okay, let me
yes,
say that
So
say,
it depends on which side, or depends on which side you want to be controlled.
Akindamola, you are a music lover, not a music maker. Musicians say there's somebody spirit working with them. You say they say this is not analysis. This is reality.
Uncle Pat,
This is
like I
reality.
said, it depends on which side you want to be controlled with.
Be analyzing
If we want on this show, something can control us too.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Person that is facing the music, he say something is worrying him. You say
Let me. Can I just drop something? Can I drop something? Consider or look at the quality. Look at the quality of music being churned out today. You know, Fudge. I've asked on this. How do you? If I've asked you many times, how do you that people dance to this tune? I remember I've asked. The beat is so metallic, and it comes in grooves, very enticing. But listen to what they are saying. Listen to the lyrics. The lyrics are so awful. And I can't sing. I don't know the business, but somehow I feel that this thing from Nice has been here long enough to understand where the spiritualism hits the musicologies and all that. But I think there's something about it. Is what they study. There's something really, really wrong.
Yeah, let's leave that for another day. Before we start analyzing the different levels of spiritism in musicianship. Amalara, that would be okay. The traffic mayhem that you are going through, we speak to it, that you come out of it safe and sound, and you get home with everything intact. Okay, so thank you so much for this week, and also we thank you, Ife Ogundadegbe, for being prime and proper, all about it. We'll take a short break and we'll come back. I was going to introduce Bosun. I think he's dropped off again. We'll take him up subsequent. I think he's there. He's still there. No, he's dropped. Okay. So Malara, thank you. Esife, thank you. We'll take a short break now and come back.
Thank you.
You're welcome there. Olamide says, first of all, a remix featuring DJ, Ibanj, I beg your pardon. Boss, how you doing?
I got sir. Morning, don't fudge. Okay, I greet you. Good tea. Morning, sir.
Morning, Bosun. Hello.
Very well, sir. How are you?
And then the time has gone a lot. 7. We are 20 minutes behind.
Yeah. Ah, wow.
Time has gone heavily.
It's almost 8.
Actually, did you watch that interview? Nice.
Say what?
Did you watch that interview? Nice interview.
Yeah,
No, I didn't. We just read
I read the transcript.
I watched it. Though I know the story because years back I used to do a lot of entertainment law. So I dealt with a lot of them. So that was where I knew most of them. In fact, I used to travel with artists. So we used to go abroad. That was just those were early days, but I just kind of like worked away from it. So except a few of them who still come majorly for some of those labels, I drew their contracts and everything. So I'd worked with a few studios when they talked about that nicest thing. I didn't know how he got help until this interview. But a few times they said he would get to the studio and he would open his mouth. He would be talking. When it comes to singing, it was bad. He confirmed it in that interview that in some places he will open his mouth and blood will start coming out. That he was serious. That they had to go spiritual because they knew he wasn't ordinary, and that was at the peak of his career. So it was pathetic. In fact, any ordinary mind will be afraid. But it was a pitiable thing. Like he would cry. There was no help coming until, he said some people now introduce him, Shefa and all that. He said it in the interview. But, somebody made at the peak of his career, and the only thing he had going for him was his voice. And you open your mouth, your voice is gone. And then you step out of the booth, you can talk again.
nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé ọ̀rọ̀ náìsì yẹn ó ní bánú òun náà kó bá rẹ̀ so we should òun náà kó bá rẹ̀ and there are things he's not and there are things he's not saying to the public because like we will say in my school days ó dà yẹn kó sọ gbó sí wa nísìnyí káà náà dẹ̀ máa mú
Akin, you are still in public. Akin, you are still in public. Because you're not on radio doesn't mean you're on YouTube. Be careful.
Okay. But I think he too said it that the source he didn't show us. I guess he eventually knew where the thing came from, but he said it was like an attack, like a spiritual attack. That was what his interview there. Is an interesting interview.
I will check it out.
I'll check it.
The person we was working with then, if he had.
Okay, gentlemen, we are going back. We are going back. All the metaphysicians, please, let's focus. We are back, and this is still the Vintage Talk Show. Now we are going to the talking part of the show. What have we been saying? We've been talking anyway. Anyway, we are going to the more serious issues and all that. Next will be our newspaper review, which shortly, let me just take a couple of papers before we move to Niger Trends. And joining us this morning, we are glad to have with us. In my own time, we used to say conk supporter. That means concentrated.
Yes,
He's a legal expert and a social development advocate, but he has a very large heart and a very stubborn, African. With a club that is perennially disgracing him all over the place. They just lost recently again.
No, that was a friendly match.
Yeah, they lost in a friendly way.
They lost in a friendly way.
Uncle Pat, we are 3 Arsenal fans here. We are 3 Arsenal fans here. 3 against 1.
No, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just saying what happened. You know, I mean, some of us played yesterday. You saw what happened. You saw how champions play. You know, so let's move on.
I will call you. I'll call you from Emirates Upper Week. I bought my ticket. Arsenal leads. Good morning, everybody.
Okay. You're welcome. That's Bosun Osifowora. Great to have you this morning.
Morning, sir. Morning, Uncle T. Morning, Ashi.
Welcome,
morning,
Bosun.
everybody.
Welcome, Bosun.
Okay, we just take on today, the 9th of August. We take on 2 newspapers, 2 covers, the Punch and the Daily. They call it Weekend Trust. Their Saturday paper is getting busier now. And the main story says why Ghanaians protest against Nigerians. Why Ghanaians protest against Nigerians. This thing has been building up for a couple of months now. You know, we used to have Ghana must go before the bag became what it was. You know, we used to harass and torment them. Now the table has changed. They are the one now chasing us. We have become what do they say in football? Surplus to requirement. You know,
they have taken over. Okay.
Wow. Even their president is struggling to contain them, insisting that we are neighbors and all that, and they should take care of her, and they should do this and they do that. You know, but recession and cost of living is biting everybody. And it's easy to blame your neighbor. It's easy to blame the foreigner. I think they have taken over your job.
Hitler started it.
Yeah.
It started with Hitler.
Yes. I think, the Nigerian-Ghana relationship has come a long way. And when you find situations like this, something must have triggered it. I do not know. I got a report. I think the report was on, I'm not sure, it was on CNN, one international outlet. And it was like they said they suddenly woke up and all of a sudden Nigerians were everywhere. And I smiled to myself, what do you think? What do you think? Nigerians, we are everywhere. Whether you like it or not, we're going to build a house you're going to rent in. Anyway. So, but that's a joke. But it got to me when they said they were actually building kingdoms within their space. And the kingdoms were actually cultural, highly cultural. They didn't talk about the economic aspect of it. Were they making money off it or not? You know, sometimes when you look at the Lagos life at times, when they say they are coming to take our space in Isaleku and all that, I ask myself, when they come with their goods and trading skills, and we buy from them, don't you? You buy from them, and you make off them, they make off you. So there is some, economic mutual relationship, beneficial going on. But in Ghana, I think honestly that it goes beyond that. I'll tell you this: when it comes to go back to sports, which Nigeria has made a lot of friends in Africa and a lot of enemies. I'm going way back now to the 60s and 70s. Even in the field and track events, when it comes to African countries coming together for competitions, Nigeria will always shine. And as we shine, we we leave some bile duct behind in their mind. So it's always been like that. And except for a few situations where the Nigerians will go and they will show what they are made of, show their skills and prowess, maybe in education, maybe in teaching, maybe anything, acting, maybe in even poetry and drama and all. And that's when the respect begins to swell. I think that could be part of it. But more importantly is when you step into another person's land, there's some respect. And again, there must have been some laxity and complicity on the part of the Ghanaian as well. Because how would I get there and get a place to live if not by going to see a Ghanaian landlord and I say, there, I'm Nigerian and I want to pay for this thing, and he will collect my money and give me the place. So there's been no check about that, if at all they want to check it. But the diplomacy is what the Ghanaian leader is trying to adopt. And diplomatically too, Nigeria is very quiet. As a nation, we haven't said anything about it. And so the diplomacy continues for a while, but it's not going to go on a whiff of a tap of a finger. It won't go. It won't go away. So we have to be very careful and also be accommodative. Now, the same thing happened. You remember the times of South Africa and Nigeria before? It got to a point when I said to myself, we did this and this and this for the first South African movement or dream to come through. Nigeria was not the only one, though, but we played an ample part. And so when the issue started in South Africa, they easily forget things. So people forget things a lot of times. What kind of economic relationship have we had with the Ghanaians over time? How well have we been together? We have been together right from the military interregnum days. When Nigeria had military in power, Ghanaians also had military in power. So at that point and level, there was a relationship. And those things also form the pattern, the thinking, the culture, the mixing of their people over time. You remember also, and I was quite young then, the Ghana Must Go thing. We had some Ghanaians living about 5 or 6 houses down the street at Ogundadegbe Drive. I will never forget. We grew up with their children. When the Ghana Must Go thing happened, we saw them move their parks down the road. They had been living there for about 3 or 4 years. The landlord ejected them. My stepfather took 1 or 2 into the boys' quarters to stay until they had enough money to leave. And we did that. You see, that sight still hits me. I still remember Kofi, my we were young together. I don't know where he is now, but they went back home. After he had done 1, 2, 3 years at the primary school, we went back home. Anyway, that's a story for the latter days. But we also would know that when it comes to things, that they will never forget those things. That is why today you tell immigrants to leave. Be mindful of the future. The big country now that is doing it, give them 20, 25 years down the line. They don't even know what tomorrow holds. They do not know. So we need to look at that and help the situation by understanding the situation a little bit, especially when economy and commerce is concerned. They have come to take our jobs. That is always the thing that starts it. They have come to take up everything we have, eat our food, by the way, collect from our farmlands if possible, marry our women and take them away. These are all, they look cheap and silly, but that's the truth. From my angle, that's what I see.
Thank you. Bosun, you are going to say something?
Yes. See, what I followed the story, and what I saw was they talked about some Igbo persons building kingdoms there and everything. And I don't think that is the reason for the protest. Most times, watch it anywhere where a country is going through economic recession or economic upheavals. Somehow they always create narratives, and the cheapest way to go about it is to blame it on the immigrants or on the lesser communities. It's a way of government distracting the people from facing the reality. In every country, you have people who have built themselves. There's the Jewish community in America. They have their places, they are strong. There's the Jewish community in North London. In fact, you think you are in Jerusalem because the way they dress and everything. There's Chinatown in New York. So, and it's like a replica of China. there. So people have where they stay, they have their settlements in every country. And there's the Spanish community in America is massive, is large, and there's nothing you could do about it. Now, so coming to say that Nigerians have native kings and anything, Ghana is going through a lot. In the past 5 years, their economy has gone down. So it's a way. I'm not saying the government sponsored it, but it's a way of diverting the people's attention from the reality of their economy. And then the people who are supposed to be in charge are not taking full responsibility. So they always blame it on the lesser people. That's basically what's playing out here. So that's just my contribution.
Thank you. Thank you. Akin keeps dropping in and out. Okay, let's move on to the second story on the Punch newspapers. Some of the things I'm seeing here, we'll be discussing them on the Niger trend, so I won't want to repeat them. Remember, you can join us in some of these discussions. These are the Niger trends. The number to call is 0913 697 3485. The number again is 0913 697 3485. Okay, the Punch starts with leads with this story: hardship. Nigerian used car market booms as more owners sell off private vehicles. Nigerian used car market booms as more owners sell off private vehicles. And it has some riders. Cameroonian and Beninese dealers rush for Nigerian used cars. Then dealers blame customs duty for Tokunbo import decline. Really, it's a hard. People are selling off their property. Wow.
Now, there are two sides to it. You have more Nigerian used cars because of this jackpot syndrome. A lot of people will relocate. There's nothing you're going to do with your car. So definitely, and then where you're going, you need some more money. So because I've had a lot of people, try to sell their cars to me, and then it comes very cheap because most times people do that at the point where they want to take off. Now, and then once people, and when it comes to negotiation, this person has limited time. So you literally just try to break down the price. And in most cases, people just accept, what's available because they're on the verge of going. So that's one part. Yes. Then there's no shying away from the fact that the economy is biting. But why will you sell your car just to feed? I don't think it has gotten that bad. Now, but for the Tokunbo cars, which, we all a lot of people used to patronize. I have a few friends who are car dealers, and they complain very much about import duties from the customs. In fact, you don't even have to listen to their complaints to know that there's a problem. If the custom is declaring so much profit, it's like after oil, it seems like it's the custom that's the next generating point for the country. So, so that shows you that something is wrong somewhere. Now, it shows you there's massive importation, which will impact on the local production. Secondly, it also shows you that the custom is not supposed to make that much money to the point that it becomes a major block in fund generation for the country. It's a sign of bad economy. And then it stifles those in the import business. Because that's the implication. If they are declaring so much money, trillions and trillions, that means there's a whole lot of things coming in, and then that means that it's neck breaking tariffs that they are paying. And so that I hear from people a few friends who are into car dealings, who sell cars and other things. So it's not supposed to be, though I learned the government has come up with a unified system, when and how that is going to kick off, and which is also supposed to be at a reduced rate compared to what obtains now. But that's why you find out that the Tokunbo cars that, as of 2 years ago, the average Corolla was about, it used to sell for 2.5, the one that a lot of people were using for Uber. It's about 8, 9 now. And so, in fact, these days, people literally say that you can't afford to use your car anyhow because you don't know when you get money to buy another one because the prices have quadrupled. So there's a big problem for the economy there. And that's why people are lamenting. That's just my position.
Okay, thank you, Bosun. It's sadly Akindamola keeps dropping off and getting on. Hanging there is those nice kind of problems that
The network today is
the network is really funny.
Like a spiritism. It's whack. But we'll keep on going. Okay, we'll take a short break now. And when we come back, we'll take on Niger trends. And here we say Shakiti Bobo, a jazz remix with the Yemi sax.
Even the titles of the songs.
Shakiti Bobo. Some of these Afrobeat songs, I think it just turned into. This network now. Oh.
Yeah.
Yours is the most stable since.
I'm shocked because it took me a while to get in this morning, and all of a sudden it's Bosun is gone off too.
Yeah.
It took me a while to. I don't know how, but what I did was the Wi-Fi is what I rely on now, not the data. The data is very useless. So.
Bele Akin, you keep on dropping in and out.
He's back. Oh.
Internet is something else this morning.
It is. Dancing like a yo-yo. Akin, the thing you sent to me, you have to resend it. Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what you sent. You know why? Along with one other or two other messages came, and I was trying to get into them. My phone just went blank.
Whoa.
So a guy came to work on it yesterday, got it, and I lost a lot. In fact, the first thing I did was check my account. No money did tell him, but I just went to check just in case. So a bit okay. So you just had me forward it again. I'm trying to think what it was. I couldn't get into it, so okay. I'm sure it's better now. It must be network.
I'm going back in.
All right.
As a Shakiti Bobo remix, jazz remix by Yemi sax. Okay. Well, that's one thing we get going for us. Our music is non-parallel. Whether it's metallic or it's romantic, whatever, it's ruling the world. Okay.
Bluetooth mode.
Network again. Wow.
This is a Vintage Talkshow with Femi, Akintunde-Johnson.
Bosun is back. Thank God you're back. Well, whatever happens on this side of the table, I don't have network problems, so I'll always be there. But we pray for Bosun, Mr. T, and Aki that as they drop off, or will bring them back. They will not stay down. They will keep on coming back. What network has joined together, telcos will not put us under. Okay. Yes, we are moving on to Niger trends. That is our trending stories within the Nigerian space during this week. And this is a moment you can always join us to participate in our discussion. The number to call again is 0913 697 3485. The number again 0913 697 3485. We have a long list on our list, so we're going to cut it short because of time. Already we have a caller. Is that possible? Okay, it's gone off. I think he's waiting for the time. Now, our story. This story is Kwamwan airport drama. Hello, let me take this call. Hello. Hello, good morning. Hello. Well, keep on trying. We'll get to speak sooner or later. Kwamwan airport drama. FAAN explains alcohol incident. I have 3 stories here, so I'll try and merge and mesh them together. Another one says Kwamwan response, I'm the victim. And then the third story says federal government places Kwamwan on no-fly list. And the fourth story, which I just got this morning, is the young man has fully apologized for his behavior. Those things claiming that it wasn't alcohol, it was water. It's a Fuji Star K1, the ultimate, is under scrutiny after a confrontation at the airport on 5 August 2025. Okay, FAN, that's the Federal Airport Authorities of Nigeria, says the singer resisted aviation security after attempting to board a value jet flight with alcohol, which violates aviation safety rules. He reportedly spilled the liquid on an officer and refused to cooperate, prompting intervention. Kwamwan responds shortly, denied the FAN's claim, says he is the victim of an exaggerated story. According to his team, the liquid was plain water and the situation was blown out of proportion. He says ValueJet apologized afterwards and even offered a private jet to Lagos, which he declined. The government didn't appear to listen to him. They came up with the story. Federal government placed Fuji legend Kwamwan on a no-fly list after footage showed him obstructing a ValueJet aircraft from taxiing in Abuja. They call it temporary loss of sanity. Accusing both the singer and the flight crew of serious safety breaches. SCCA suspended the pilots, and the federal government wants all airlines to comply with the directive or risk losing license, and a full investigation is in view. Is in the swing, and the 6-month no-fly embargo on Kwamwan. They even extended it to Kwayama was quite voluble about it. They even extended it to international flight. That nowhere in the country or out of the country will he have to travel by air, or else the airline will lose its license. Wow. Gentlemen, I saw the video, the viral video. The thing will have taken our friend's head though, if he didn't bend. I was wondering, how did he get onto the tarmac? How did you get on the tarmac? The plane was going to go. That means all it does was short and all that. What did he expect to happen?
Uncle Fad, the story. It's a messy one from Kwamwan. With all
please, Aki, I'd like to take this caller. Hello, good morning.
Okay.
Hello, good morning. Is the network affecting the telephone lines too? Oh, it dropped. Okay,
It is.
go ahead, Akin.
So it's a messy one. It's a travesty from Kwan. For the life of me, I would never have dreamt that he would have done something like that. And for me, it's just like he instigated the incident, and he allowed the pilot to now fall victim, because yeah, because that was what happened. Really, and then the whole thing about sensationalizing the story about its alcohol is this, is that. The Yorubas have a saying that the person they want to roast now use petrol in help her. That is what really happened to him, because the last time
who was trying to burn
no,
him?
no. As in, everybody was, the last time he said something on social media, it went viral, and that is Ganusi. I want to work Ganusi. And people feel his arrogance was getting out of hand, and he really showed in that video, because for the life of me, an official told you, okay, a liquid more than 100 ml can't be allowed on board. And instead of you complying, you insisted you wanted to take the liquid on board. Now, the person now escalated the situation to the captain of the plane, and she came down to plead with you. And that I'm sure that captain is young enough, young enough, and he's old enough to be that captain's father, because you said something, Uncle Fad. You said the young man. Kwakwaman is not young again. He's almost 70.
No,
he's going to 70. Yeah, he's not young again. He's not a young man. I am the young man here. He's not the young man. If Kwaman is a young man,
leave that matter. Let's go.
Okay, oh my God.
Really, it was so messy. And yesterday, I don't know who told him, and I don't know the spin doctors. Yeah, he has apologized, and in the spirit of forgiveness, I just felt everybody was just making everything messy. But he shouldn't have. He's a role model. He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have. For the life of me, he shouldn't have. Nothing excuses his behavior. Nothing excuses.
I think he got carried away. Apparently, he's been carrying his water all over the place. Whatever is in the bottle, he has been carrying it. Maybe in the flights, maybe he had not had any issue carrying it across. So here he was challenged, and he felt affronted. It's like when you get used to doing something regularly, and then now somebody says you can't do it. I mean, it's like something strange.
As the friend to the president, you are challenging me.
I don't know. I think K1 didn't dress himself in nice colors there. Good enough, he has apologized, though he still insisted that it was not alcohol, that it was water. I mean,
you know something, Fudge. Just a minute, Fudge. I'm not even quarreling over his water or alcohol. You know what came to my mind? Only you held the flight down. Only you delayed the flight takeoff. These flights have timings. When you get an order to taxi and leave or whatever, it's timed because there is a air traffic. Anything can come. They want you to leave so another plane could come in and land, and they were probably expecting another plane.
Organized.
I think everything is arranged and organized. So I'm talking from the angle of the pilot who is looking at, I've been cleared to leave. Why are you doing this? Then, I watch a lot of American films where people who are not in consonance with the society will hold down planes. They will stand on the runway, hold something up like this, as if I dare you. I saw that again. And I said to myself, no, this game is just going too far. At our age, we should know what's right and what's not right. Come on. Right. That's just for me. That's where I lost it for him when I saw that thing. I said, no. I like his music. I like his personality. And I think he probably shot beyond the runway. He actually shot himself beyond the runway. Yeah, not too good. Not too good.
Mr. T, someone was telling me yesterday that if it was me, by now I would be in jail. That Egbo eti lost in here, and and DSS would have picked a person because it's an act of terrorism. Because it was because like you said, planes are leaving, planes are landing.
The pilot has to take off.
By that, hundreds of lives, and by now, I think the DSS should have stepped in to.
It was a close shave. It was a close shave.
It's lucky. It's lucky it's in Nigeria, and the pilots. I mean, the pilot could have even landed in more trouble if he had gotten his. He was going to. The thing was aiming for his head. If he didn't duck,
yes,
it would have been a different story. And then, if it were a serious country, it probably would be charged for terrorism or acts against, because I mean, anything that has to do with holding down the plane and all that illegally, it's an act against the state, and you find yourself in very serious soup. I mean, those who do normal protest, you see, but the problem is things like this happen and people get away with it, and then it happens again. Remember the Ojekunle issue. And whether pro or things happen and you get away with it, like Akin said, somebody that should be like a role model has to be watchful of how your acts can be interpreted.
You have to be very careful.
It shouldn't have escalated to that level where you have to now end up apologizing for your acts. And like Akin said, it's although it's not that close to 70, I think it's about 66 or 67. He's still a young man. Are you saying we are not young here? You are still young and all that.
Right.
So, being a forgiving nation, Nigeria may find it easy to forgive him, but Kwamwan should calm down.
But he has apologized, I hear. Yeah?
Yes, he has a video apology.
Video apology.
Okay, let's move on. Okay, callers are still coming in. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Who am I talking to? Okay.
In the same country, he will be arrested, or sometimes they might shoot him outside because it's an act of terrorism. Like one of this thing said. Now, it's more or less like he was behaving like, all these agberos that will just back into your, maybe all this or Okada or bus just to collect money by force. I think that was that kind of fact. Maybe he forgot that this one is a plane. So it's very, very disgraceful.
Yeah.
And it has painted Nigeria in a very bad light. That is one. That is a side. And also this ignorance of maybe because he has Baba in Abuja. That's why they are acting. If you look at the act of all these APC people, the way they act, this ignorance, you see what Aria did in Benue to be, and also to, one day of Ojekunle, and many of them like that, even Akwabi, and that is their act. That's on our side. Now, the second thing I want to say, if you look at this custom thing, the way you want to generate revenue. This government, it's more or less like commercially, everything now is money, tax the people to death while you are living your luxury life and enjoying yourself. So, and you have said it already that you will reduce the purchasing power of Nigerians.
Where did he say? Where did he say that? Where did he say that to you? No, that's a speculation.
No, that is just the fact. You have to say something.
That's your estimation, not what he said.
Generate money from.
Okay.
What have they been doing with all the gold and every other natural resources of Nigeria?
Thank you. Thank you. Money making ventures. Thank you. Thank you. The Lagos man, I didn't catch your name. It's always ending with that mantra: the best, the worst of us leading the best of us. Anyway, it's all speculative. I don't see anywhere that's written that he's going to reduce the purchasing power of men. That's talk. That's another call. Hello, good morning. Good morning. This is the Vintage Talkshow. Who am I speaking with? Pastor Ambrose, good to hear your voice. What do you have to say? Thank you.
When I was in the 70s, when I was young, by the way, I think one is up to 70.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not. Is about it 2 or 3 years to that.
Well, okay. Let me argue. When I was young, in the 70s, I remember this Ghana must go issue and all of that. And I also remember that Nigeria was the place where they come to speak for greener pasture. Ironically, today we are going to Ghana. And I also remember that most of in the 80s and early 90s, they began to go back. Now, people talk about, I heard someone saying that the people of today, they didn't remember what happened then because they were young or they were not born. That's not true. Their parents would have told them all the stories. And then for me, if you are in Rome, you behave like the Romans.
Yeah.
You go to another man's country and then you wouldn't know the extent to which that is the indigo would have gone. I think there's Chinatown in US, there's that. I think there has always been Igbo, community in Ghana. Probably you must have chewed more than you can buy. I want to assume so. I may not be right. And I think that wherever you are, you must follow the rules. If you are in China, in US and you are Chinese or you are whatever and you want to, disengage their rules, they will not take it lightly with you. So I think that the only lesson there is for us to put our house in order. It's not shameful that the same people that used to come were now running down there. Our currency has become so devalued even to the papers. I remember in the early 2000, I used to travel to Cotonou. 1,000 naira was 1,700 CFA. Yes. Today, I think 1,000 naira is 60 CFA or so. It has degenerated to that extent that even the CFA has more value than the naira. Now, from one, I tell you, I watched that video and I didn't want to watch it again. That man escaped by whiskers.
Yeah, pretty
and
close.
You begin to ask yourself, you saw what Ojekunle did. Kwamwam has upgraded. Somebody will do a worse thing. Because this government that we have now is a government of once you know the people in power, you can do anything and go scot-free. That's exactly why Ojekunle will hold a passenger bound whatever to ransom. And he's still a senator of the Federal Republic. A lawmaker break the law on that day, and nothing happened to him. He was explaining. If you feel aggrieved, why didn't you follow the right channel? You now distorted all the flights for that day, and look at what Kwamwan did. Like somebody there said, probably he has been entering flights with that job. I'm sure. But for that act, what just said in that day? Well, where is human to forgive is divine. For me,
absolutely,
he has apologized. And me, as a person, I take the apology, and I want Nigerians to see that way. It's not easy for a man of that age and status to come out and say sorry. Probably And now his eyes are clear. But I
Oh,
think
my.
that when there's so much taking actions, especially when you know the people. So this is the problem, and it is impunity that has taken us this far.
Thank you.
And I think that we need to, leave all of these things and begin to see how this country can work. Honestly, the country is not working when you talk about laws and all of that.
Thank you,
God bless
Ambrose.
you.
Thank you, Ambrose. That was Ambrose, Pastor Ambrose from Norway. Clearly, to be sure that you understand it, Kwam1 is 68. It will be exactly 69 next year on March 3rd. I covered entertainment for some time, so I have an idea, a clear idea about, except he has doctored his age by himself. But on record is 68 as we speak. Thank you. Your comments. We take a short break, Mr. T. It's been interesting this far. I hope we get. I've just done one story out of many, but we need to take a short break and earn some money. Yeah. Here is a public announcement. Please listen to this paid announcement. Are you a degree student, an unemployed graduate, a businessman preparing for retirement, or even a petty trader seeking a long-term financial settlement? This is good news for you. A 5-year-old US-based company called Ash Token invites you for a mind-blowing conference. Ash Token primarily aims at creating jobs, eradicating poverty, and boosting economic development across the world. This conference will hold on Saturday, 16th August at Lagos Traveling, 39/41 Towing Street, Ikeja, Lagos, by 10 a.m. The CEO of this prestigious company will be live from the United States. Finance is free. You can visit our website via www.ashtoken.io or contact 081 917 9254 0811 917 92554 and the second number 080 938 71290 080 938 71290 for more details. Thank you.
Sorry, I just wake up now. I you it.
Okay, he sent it to me in the morning.
He said around 1 o'clock. Before call me, come and
Call, okay.
something since around 2 yesterday afternoon.
Is around 12 or 1? I saw it too.
Okay,
He sent it to me directly.
I can't rush.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, sorry, thank you.
It's okay. Yeah, we are back. Mr. T, there's no time for music. Let's go to let's continue our Niger talks. After that piece of information. Now, let me peep. There's so much to talk about. Okay. This piece. Lekki borehole users may be drinking contaminated water. Lagos State government. A top Lagos official who has warned that many residents in Lekki using boreholes may be drinking what he bluntly described as shit water. That's what he actually said. The permanent secretary for drainage services, Mahmoud Adigbite, said untreated wastewater contaminates underground water. He stressed the urgent need for proper wastewater treatment to prevent disease outbreaks and called on residents to prioritize safety over convenience.
That's scary.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And it's not part of planning. It's also part of town planning. I tell a lot of people that they usually end up blaming government for ABC, for bad drainage and all that. When you take a drive into some mini estates in that area. Fad, you'll be shocked that at these estates at all, people have built indiscriminately. It reminds me of the Saleko days when your window, the space between where you're staying and the next building, which is about 4-story building, okay, is as small. And people had those things going on. It's so bad. Now, coming back to 2025, and people are still doing the same thing. You get a piece of land you want to buy, before you pay for it or whatever, go check with the government. The government has not paid me for this, but it's really annoying and it's so easy. You don't have to pay. Go there and check, and somebody will tell you that, no, this is been earmarked for the whole of this space is government land, or I don't buy it. They'll tell you straight polar. They tell you. And you still find people who go buy those things. The space is bad. Everything is choked up. Drainages aren't many to channel whatever. And there's an inflow from other areas into your area, an inflow from the lagoon or whatever into your area. So the water will mix down. So if you have a borehole there, it's not safe. It's so simple. It's not safe.
Not safe.
And people still do it. It's not the best. I think let's help ourselves as well. Every day, government. No, let's help ourselves. I don't know why I'm talking this to this. Yeah.
I think what the man has said, although I'm looking at it, maybe it's a little bit self-indicting, because government is supposed to regulate. And like I said, anytime the public service or the public servant is not working, nothing works. Because these people get to build estates and stuff like that one, and you see it is sealed today, tomorrow it is opened. Simply because money has exchanged hands and everybody moves on. And that is what keeps on happening. And in that Lekki axis, it's so bad. I don't think there's any regulation in that Lekki axis, because you see fantastic fine buildings being put up.
Huge.
And after 6 months, visit that same place, you will see it dilapidated, because the quality materials are not there, the building regulations are not there. Nothing seems. Money just exchange hands, and people just put up this thing. Come and buy, you buy, and of course we have our own part to play too, the public, and that is that we don't do our due diligence. And when things now happen, we now shout government. And like someone said yesterday, anything we tolerate, it will grow. Anything we tolerate, it will grow. It will not. And the Bible was talking about any weapon fashioned against you. But what if you fashion a weapon against yourself? It will prosper. Which is what is happening now.
Okay. There's another call coming in. Hello, good morning. Okay.
In the early 80s and 90s, we used to have public water from the water corporation in Lagos.
Yeah. Not anymore.
I just remember when coming back from school then, I used to get from the public park.
True.
So it's a shame that in Lagos, even the water corporation is dead in Lagos.
Sad, very sad.
Talking about their water system. They have water corporation which supply water to each resident. Now you have Lagos that is called a commercial hub. We don't have public that people can
access. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
right.
True. Very true.
It's true. Thank you.
Like I used to say, they think that the word
Okay. Now I know him. The name I know him for is that indeed there was a country. I don't get to hear his name. Anyway, that's an uncommon. I mean, and an unfriendly truth there. it's a shame Lagos does not have. I mean, when I was growing up in the Butemeta, we had pipe-borne water, public pipe-borne water, and it was coming straight in, whether you go outside to fetch it or in the backyard. It
Yeah.
was there. I never saw borehole in my life until I grew up. I started renting my own home and all that. Okay, our next story, because the time is against us. OAU denies viral student dress code memo. I wish Bosun was here. All these alarmists. Awolowo University has dismissed a viral memo allegedly introducing strict dress codes for students. The university spokesman, Abiodun Olanrewaju, labeled the circulating message as fake and clarified that no such policy has been introduced. Students are advised to disregard the memo and await only verified communication from the school authorities. Aha. So, people like Aki, are you calming down now?
No. Just a minute, Faj. A minute, Faj. That thing was discussed about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Uncle Faj.
And we're just getting a refusal now.
A week after, yeah.
Uncle Faj, they got the
How come?
Uncle Faj, they got the message. I told you I graduated from OAU. I'm a student leader there. They got the message, sir. They got the message.
Okay.
When someone like you, if someone like you could, through the back channel, reach out to them. That's how bad it is. Yeah, they got the message. Everybody reached out to them. They got the message. It was discussed at their Senate meeting. They got the message. That thing was it was leaked. It was leaked intentionally. Yeah, it was leaked. So and they got the message. So since they've not officially released the memo, truly. So okay, we have heard. Nothing.
They've shut it down.
Let me just add this quickly. You know them so well.
Yeah. They got the message.
They say Omonola Rosino. You treat foolishness with they will reset their brain. Anyway, let's move on quickly. EFCC boss denies forcing NNPCL CEO to resign. EFCC chairman Ola Olukoyede has denied reports that he abducted and forced NNPCL's Bayo Ojulari to resign. In a statement, Olukoyede called the claims defamatory and demanded a retraction and an apology from the online platform that published them. Neither Ojulari nor NNPCL has publicly addressed the rumored resignation. People they resign for Nigeria. Do people resign from Nigeria in juicy positions? Anyway, they say Nigerians have said no smoke without fire. It's just that you have not been to China. They can create pyrotechnics. Fire will come. There will be no smoke. That means you haven't been to China.
Oh, Chinese guys.
They can create anything for you.
Uncle Faj, like the OAU story, since nothing has been made official, everything is good.
Everything is normal.
Everything is okay. Okay, I'd like us to talk about these two stories. I think we'll talk about WAEC next time. It's quite extensive. There are a lot of issues. WAEC is I don't know what's happening to this examination body, but I want to talk about what Falano and Sanusi said about our polity. Sadly, I would have loved to hear Bosun. Bosun has this sneaky way of commenting about Sanusi's statement. But Falano says politics now controlled by touts and criminals. Human rights lawyer Femi Falano has slammed the Nigerian political class, claiming politics is now run by criminals and touts rather than thinkers. Speaking at the legal conference in Abeokuta, he criticized reckless spending, like Oyo's 63 billion naira renovation plan and rising poverty across the Southwest. Falana urged lawyers to hold leaders accountable and take legal action against budget abuse and failing infrastructure. Then quickly let me add the Emma Sanusi's statement. She says, stop rewarding thieves with ministerial posts. The Emma of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi II, has condemned Nigeria's eroded value system, warning that rewarding corrupt politicians with public appointments will only worsen national decay. Speaking on Channels TV, the former CBN governor said many leaders are driven by greed, not service, and lamented that material wealth now trumps integrity. He called for a national regeneration of values built on honesty and accountability. Hey, hey, hey. We have been on that course for 30 years. We know our problems, we know the problem makers, we know our troublers, but we don't seem to get out of the trouble. It's a continuous cycle of. Yes, go ahead.
We are
please.
tolerating it. We are tolerating it.
We tolerate,
like I said,
yes.
we are tolerating it. They will take the last local government election. I was asking people, why are you not voting? They said, let them go and vote, let them. And at the end of the day, the local government chairman will make a budget, do a road with millions and billions of naira, and you'll be complaining. Why are you complaining? And truly, just like Barrister Palano said, we are allowing people to come. Thugs are controlling most of the local government now. Thugs, they are the one control, because we are not coming out again. We are just like I said about every other thing. And when it happens, we complain. It's armchair criticism. We complain every time. We complain. We are not doing anything about it. And one thing I like Sanusi for is he's a straight shooter. He doesn't know how to mince words. He's a straight shooter. He doesn't know how to mince words, because some of these things it's just like someone said, we keep on doing the same thing day in, day out, and we expect a different result, which is the definition of insanity. And that is why we say we always refer to Sena climbs, because here we understand that things are.
Can I play devil's advocate? Can I please play devil's advocate? You know, I wonder. Everything being said recently, even by the Sun.
Yeah.
We already know. We already know. It's in the open. We already know that we are being led by a different set of people, right? We also know that they have a mind of their own and they are being led as well, okay, by maybe people in power. Because honestly, sit down and think about it. You go out, you make a loud noise, you shout about it, you carry placard, what happens to you eventually? People begin to, we are not very selfish. It's a devil's advocate situation I'm playing, you know. People are thinking of personal survival. Eat, take care of a family, children are going to school. Everywhere is in that situation. Maybe deliberate, they created those things, I don't know. But the fact is that who is going to change it? You make, look, even sit down, think, eh? Laws are being made. Before laws are passed, and those things, we watch them on live television. What happens? The A's have it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that easy? Is that so easy?
Hello,
you know,
Mr.
so everybody, personally, Fudge, everybody knows where we are. You know, it's a story, a long story. It's not a new story. It's not a new one. Oh. We already know.
Hello,
local government in shambles. Everybody just comes and becomes a chairman. We know all that. What are we going to do about it?
You are not the devil's advocate. You are speaking on the side of God. It is the reality you are speaking. But the time has gone so far for us. I just want to chip this in while we wrap up the whole thing. The last caller too will not be able to take your call. We are shutting up. Ekiti APC lawyer sues local government over gate project. The man opened the gate. Launched the gate of the gate of the secretariat for 35 million. Something 35 million. The man was so scandalized that he sued him that you come and explain how he got this amount of 35 million. I
think if this thing can start something, I would love it. If it can start something, I would love it. Yeah, if it can start something,
by the grace of God, we have to. But we We have to go. We have less than a minute to go. It's our people have a saying: when something is so bad and so terrible,
Oh my
you,
God.
you turn it to laugh. You just start laughing because it's beyond crying. You know, but we still have one country, and these people we are resilient. Yes, we are
Yeah.
resilient, but we are hopeless
Yeah.
of good governance and a turnaround in our fortune. No one, please stop saying T-pain and all these things because the more you say it, the more it happens to you. Say T
Thank you.
lovely,
Mm-hmm.
T
Big
glorious.
glory.
After
Big
T will say
beautiful.
T wonderful, T this and that. So I'm on that note. And on that note, I want to say thank you for joining us today. All the callers, Ambrose, Pastor Ambrose, my we have a country guy, and all the callers that we can get today. Thank you for joining us. Mr. T, I want to say thank you. Akindamola,
Thank
thank you.
you.
Bosun,
Thank you.
Omolara, if everyone has been part of this show, we got to go. How time goes so fast when you are having a ball. We'll see you next week. By the grace of God. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye.
Bye-bye, sir.
Yes. So.
Bye you later.
Oh. Mm-mm-mm. I truly don't know how it gets in line.